It's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with your succulent tip of the day and day 2 in Normal Heights. This is a 5-day project. So here on day 2, you can see that we have our materials. The boulders finally made it yesterday, and also an additional 2 yards of soil. That's what's in the super bags over there. And so this little space, which is probably 150 to 200 square feet, I'd say it's really small, 4 yards of soil, if that helps you, because we want movement. I want height. Also, I don't want to dig here. This is a couple inches of gravel and then weed barrier fabric, and so I just want to mound up on that so I don't have to dig into it. Another thing that I love about this design space is it is a raised planter. The whole yard is a raised planter bed, so it's really just a giant pot, which is my favorite thing. So I don't have any idea right now where any of the stuff is going. Don't need to know. First, just remember your protocols or your steps. You clear out everything you don't want. You cap irrigation, of which there is none here. We aren't doing irrigation and there isn't any, so we didn't have to do that step. Then you pull in your amended topsoil. Any kind of soil will work as long as it drains well, for the most part, especially if you are in my neck of the woods in the land of milk and honey. And mound like crazy, because then when it comes time to plant, I mean, you almost don't even need a shovel, do you? So not only does this soil add a lot of interest and movement to the design space, it also retains water like a sponge. So when we do have an irrigation event or the client does hand water, the water will seep in beautifully into the ground. We have no runoff. She will be hand watering from time to time, but I chose plants for the front that are really mature and really tough. So throughout the winter, there will be no need to water whatsoever. Maybe once, because we're in early October in San Diego, and it can get hot still up until the end of and through October. We don't really typically get cool down until November here. So, and we can get Santa Anas where the wind blows in from the east and it's very dry. So there might be need to water once or twice before winter officially arrives in December, then probably really not again until the spring. Although I do recommend coming out and hosing your plants off from time to time just to get the dust and the debris. It's like you would want to take a shower. You know, your plants need to be washed as well. So we need to get going, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. What a difference a couple hours makes, right? I tell you, I've got the hardest working, most talented crew on the planet. Look at what these guys accomplished in literally half a day. We got 2.5 to 3 ton of boulder staged, 4 yards of soil manipulated, and a whole truck full of plants planted. What do you think, guys? So the only thing left to do out front, I'm going to go see Al at Botanic Wonders tomorrow. Hannah and I are going to choose some beauties for this area right here. This is going to be a little mini cactus garden down in front of this retaining wall. We'll do maybe a little gymnocalaciums, maybe a little mammillaria in the front, which will be super cute. And then I'm going to Robert's at Planter Paradise to grab a piece of talavera for this area right here. This is a great pointer for this area right here. Then we're going to have our top dressing rock. We're going to be doing burgundy here. I think it's going to play off really well with the house. And then she's got a lot of miscellaneous river rock that I'll be scattering about. And then we have an entire basket of rubble to use between here and the back. So plenty more to do, a whole nother layer of interest to add to this garden. But I am absolutely obsessing over these Pachypodium lomerii. Aren't these the coolest? Some people would look at these and think, oh, they're broken, you know, because they're not conformationally sound. They aren't straight. But I love them. I think they add so much character to the garden. And once again, you know, by going with larger plants out of the get, this is like a 15-year-old garden on day one. So yeah, wow. I did bring in a couple of her beautiful pots. One has, this cactus was already in it, so I'm just going to let that little cactus ride. And then I also moved the trigona that she had growing in the ground along the side into this red pot. I think it's going to do really, really, really well right there. And by potting it up, I'm hopeful that we can control the growth because this can get really big. So, oh, and this is called Ghostwood. I got this at Waterwise. You know, I love it. I didn't want too massive a piece of driftwood in this tiny little garden. So I'm really, really happy with that. I'm a little distracted right now, too, with this. I really want to get after that barrel cactus and pull all those spent seed pods off. But we'll wait on that because I do want to get over to Roberts before it gets too much later because I don't want to be fighting traffic all the way back home to Vista. So tomorrow, obviously we'll show you, we'll keep you updated out here, but most of our time will be spent starting to lay out the back. We have a really beautiful basalt fountain to install. And Greg is also building those custom gutter gardens, which I'm really excited for you guys to see. So lots still coming. Be sure and follow along, and thank you everybody so much for the kindness. As far as you're probably confused why you're getting 2 videos today, yesterday's we had some technical difficulties. So if you didn't watch day 1, it's uploaded. This is day 2. Bye guys.